Yeah, Steve. I mean, tonight I didn't think his stuff was as crisp as if we've seen it. Obviously, the velocity was down a few ticks from what it normally is, and he usually got better command of his off-speed pitches. And tonight in the first inning, he didn't have either going, so he fell behind in counts. And when you fall behind the counts in the big leagues, you're going to get in trouble.
Have you noticed anything that he does though after that first? Because it does seem like it's that first inning that really puts him behind the eight ball often.
Well, as we said before the game today, he's a guy that really does try to compete, and I think after the first inning, I know it doesn't matter. I think he gets a better feel for his sinker. It hasn't been as sharp as we've seen it. Hopefully, there's nothing wrong physically, but we've seen better stuff, and we just write this one off to a bad, just a bad night that he certainly got way behind early, which really hurt us when you're facing a guy you don't hit.
Next question, Matt.
Terry, you've talked a lot about, obviously, you think this team can reel off 9-10 wins in a row, the talent level. So how surprising is it to be in this kind of funk, 1-9, and, you had the 2 days off, you get the guys back, and just can't break out of it? Yeah,
that's pretty surprising, Matt. I mean, we say it every night. You're sitting there the seventh inning tonight, we got 2 hits, and you're just shaking your head saying, this certainly is something we could not foresee, nor would you ever. I mean, you're always going to know you're going to have a bad streak, but I thought we were way too good of an offensive club to struggle this bad. So, we just, again, this is a game, as we've said so many times in the past, this is a game at this level, you got to grind it out. Can't feel sorry for yourself. You got to go to work. You got to come up in the next day, and you got to put your work in to get yourself ready to play. And hopefully put good at bats on and get some balls to hit and do some damage with them.
Tony?
It's still April, obviously, but at what point does surprising become worrying?
It could happen pretty soon. I mean, we certainly are. The issue has been, Tony, not just there's like 3 or 4 guys that are way below what they normally do, and so you certainly, because they're older players, you certainly don't see panic in them, or when you talk to them, hear it. But we've just got to start. We got to quit worrying about home runs and start worrying about good swings.
Mark?
Yeah, it's a veteran group, but 2 days off, down 5-0 right away. How demoralizing is it, in the dugout? And can you feel that kind of thing even again with the veteran group?
Yeah, you could kind of sense it, Mark. I mean, came back out today. The energy before the game was very good, and then go out there and drop. And again, when you got to face Tehran, and you're not going to get a lot of, you're not going to knock him around. When you're down 5-0 right away, I think the air came out of the balloon pretty fast.